MKFM, the beat of MK. This is Stevens on Sunday, and I'm Nancy Stevens, and welcome back to the second part of my show, which promises to be a very musical show. I'm very excited. So after many months of trying to pin her down, I finally have Ellie Antonini on my show. Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
And I've got Matt Soulsby, who is your partner in crime, isn't he, musically speaking?
Yeah, I
I know you don't really want to be doing much talking. I know you want to be doing music, Matt. But Ellie, it's fantastic to have you on my show.
You.
So you're a very busy woman and very hard to pin down, so I'm honoured. You've been doing music around Milton Keynes for about 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah.
Are you musically trained? How did you get started? 2 questions.
Okay, I started in school, actually. Secondary school, actually in Bedford. And I trained with the lady that sort of set up a charity, so it did sort of use music to sort of help children and set up clubs and things like that. And we actually did a choir in the Bedford Corn Exchange in the Bedford Music Festival. So I started off doing the Bedford Music Festival sort of on and off as I was sort of going through secondary school. And from there I just developed from there, I suppose. That was all very good training. It was given to us as part of our curriculum and in the school. So, you know, I was very privileged to have got that sort of input from someone at such an early part of my career, let's say. So, after that I moved to Milton Keynes and studied drama, A-level, and carried on just sort of doing music on the side, recording with friends here and there. And when I was about 18, I started going on the pub and club circuit, I suppose. Met some people in good old Bletchley Workingmen's Club, where I worked.
A lot of artists start working men's clubs.
There.
Yeah.
I worked there, and I saw people come in Saturday after Saturday, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I could do that. And I met a very nice couple called Chris Dow, an Italian guy and a British woman who were married, and they actually live out in Italy now. They actually played at my 21st birthday party, and I said to them, can you help me? And they just helped me to get started. So I bought my kit, and that was it. Away I went.
Fantastic.
And that's it, yeah.
Well, I know you'd rather sing than talk, because I know that, like most musicians. So let's start with the music and let your music do the talking.
Okay.
What song have you chosen to do first?
First one is one that we play with our band. We're actually in a band called Legion. So this is called Bruno Mars, and it's Treasure. Give me your attention, baby. I wanna tell you a little something about yourself. You're beautiful, cool, and so you're a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be somewhere else. Oh, I know that you don't know, but you're fine, so fine. Oh girl, I wanna show you when you're mine, oh mine. Treasure, yeah, that is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure you. Pretty girl, you should be smiling. A girl like you should never look so blue. You're everything I see in my dreams. I won't say that to you if it wasn't true. Oh girl, you know it, but you're fine, so fine. So girl, oh girl, I wanna show you when you're mine, oh mine. Woo, treasure, yeah, that is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure you. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Say you are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Say you are treasure. Yeah, that is what you are. Honey, you're my gold. So let me treasure you.
Sweet, pure voice. It was just wonderful. And some pretty awesome acoustic guitar going on there, Matt. So you've got to take some credit too. Well, we're going to have some more singing from Ellie and some music from Matt in a bit. And we've got Hold My Hand by Jess Glynn now. Stevens on Sunday, and I'm Nancy Stevens. And welcome back to Ellie and Matt.
Hi.
And you did a great Bruno Mars cover. How do you choose what songs you're going to cover? Because obviously a lot of what you do is quite contemporary.
Yeah. I suppose we kind of put our heads together, don't we? I mean, in the band, we would.
Basically, Ellie picks a song and I
tells you what to do.
Yeah.
So it sounds very democratic then.
Yeah,
So
it works. It's
any
good.
songs that I like, I say, oh, I like this song, let's do this.
But it's your. I know that you favour Motown and soul. That's
Yeah.
your thing.
That's how I started really when I was on the circuit, I would say. I sort of, a lot of the pubs and clubs like the older stuff. Like they have sort of
What's familiar?
Yeah, and that's people that they like that kind
Old
of music.
people like me.
Well, it's not even old people because I love that's the kind of stuff that I love. As I was growing up, my mum used to listen to a lot of it.
Your mum, but that's that generation, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. So I always love to sing that, but then you also have to cater for everybody. So then I started to do a lot of 80s and we do some 90s stuff. So
I'll ask for an 80s request in a minute.
Yeah, so it's a bit of everything. I actually love all music. I mean, I love classical music. My dad is a massive Pavarotti fan, so I grew up with Pavarotti
Opera.
and the free tenors and a lot of opera in the background. So I've got a lot of influences. And
Is that the Italian connection?
yes,
Right,
yes.
okay.
So my dad's Italian, and he'll arm wrestle you until you say that sort of Pavarotti is the best singer in the whole entire world, and that's the end of it. He won't take any no's for an answer. So I guess that influence is built on
Your choices,
where my choice is and what I like. And
Sure.
so yeah, I mean, it's just anything that people enjoy to listen to.
Sure, and I think in terms of your next cover that you're going to do is by Coldplay. I mean, Coldplay are without question one of the biggest bands in the world. Love them or hate them, they are very good at what they do, and they've been around a very long time.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to hear. I'm looking forward to your sort of female interpretation of a Coldplay song. So let the music do the
Thank
talking
you.
again.
Look how they shine for you, and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do, and it was called Yellow. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. And your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow. And your skin, myself dry. And it's true, look how they shine for you. 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 Look how they shine for. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things you do.
Awesome. That was fantastic. I think Coldplay, as I say, you love them or you hate them, but they are masters at what they do. But it was wonderful hearing a female interpretation, and it was wonderful. I personally am not a massive Coldplay fan, but I loved the way you did that. I think everyone in the studio would agree that was absolutely amazing. Thank you. I love your voice because it's got such clarity and such. There's such resonance there, and it's pure, and you haven't sort of got that affected that affectedness that a lot of modern singers that sort of do the reality shows like the X Factor, and they tend to sing through their noses, and it's so irritating. As a singer,
I find it irritating. Yeah.
Right. So as a singer, do you listen with quite a critical ear at other singers and thinking you should not be doing that?
I'm terrible because I'll listen to most recording artists. You listen to their you listen to tracks on the radio or on their albums, and then you hear them do it live, and you feel like they're such frauds sometimes because you feel like, well, you don't sound like that, really.
Absolutely,
you don't sound nothing like what. But the thing is, that's the way the industry is. It's quite. It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real. It's smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. Exactly that. And that's why I don't take myself too seriously. I think that's really key. I don't, I actually don't. Sometimes when I listen back to myself, I think, oh God, that sounded awful. And I think you can be critical of yourself as well in the same kind of way. But I don't really buy into the whole enhanced sort of,
auto tuning.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very disappointing. I think when even an artist that you really admire, and then you hear them live, and you just think, oh dear Lord, you clearly are not very good at what you do, and because they're a name. Madonna is a classic example. I mean, she's a brilliant performer, and that's what she's amazing at. And Kylie as well. They're amazing performers, and by their own admission, they're not brilliant singers. And when you hear them live without all the auto tuning, it's quite uncomfortable.
That's it. There's only a few people. For instance, Beyonce, she will jump around, do all her dancing on stage, and her voice still has that beautiful pitch, that beautiful tone to it, and she hits every note, and the breath isn't affected. I find it really hard if I'm sort of on stage and I'm doing a particularly energetic song, and I'm sort of dancing around and stuff like this. You run out of breath, and you really have to learn to control it when you're performing live all the time. But I think that's helped me along, because a lot of these people, they're used to performing in the studio where everything's sort of enhanced, but when it gets to being live on a stage, running around, jumping around, they haven't got the control.
Absolutely.
I suppose. So I guess it comes second nature, because that's what I do first, and then recording second.
Absolutely, and that's why it works so well.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. Yeah. Well, talking about another performer who actually can sing live is Justin Bieber with "What Do You Mean?" MKFM, the beat of MK. This is Stevens on Sunday, and welcome back to my show, the second part of my show, which is whizzing along sadly, and Ellie and Matt are doing their amazing musical stuff. And I know, Ellie, you've had quite an interesting musical background, because you were talking off air that you used to be in a rock band and you toured the country. So
we did.
Was that quite wild?
It was. I loved it. I mean, I loved it at the time.
I can see being a rock chick, actually.
It was a lot of fun. I kind of had the excuse to be a bit out there with my dress and my hair and makeup and stuff, so that was a lot of fun. And we used to sort of the boys in the band used to sort of have a lot of we used to decide together sort of what look we were going for at which gig, so that was really good. So that was a lot of fun. And we used to write all of our own music, and we went quite far. Unfortunately, they're disbanded now, and the guys are all doing sort of different bits and pieces. So,
is that the technical term for when a band falls apart? It's disbanded.
I don't.
Sorry,
disbanded.
It's really bad. Sorry.
Well, maybe. maybe.
Sorry. No, I'm wondering what the technical term is when a band falls apart.
Oh,
Are they disbanded?
Well,
Sorry, no, nobody
wow.
got it. No,
Wow.
not amusing, clearly. Sorry.
Wow, Nancy.
I'll stick to my day job.
So it was a lot of fun. It really was. Yeah.
And now, who's your sort of musical inspiration now? Because obviously there's a lot of amazing artists out there, but a lot that you feel are slightly fraudulent as well.
Yeah, well, actually, Justin Bieber, who's just played, I have a lot of newfound respect recently. I think a lot of people are saying this. Actually, the guys that I work with in my office are like, is it bad that I have Justin Bieber playing in my car on the way to work now? And I just think, no, it's not, because he's suddenly become really mature and he's doing some good stuff now. So yeah, I quite like his. And my son is a massive fan of Justin Bieber at the minute as well. And
but he's a bona fide musician. I mean, he's learned his craft. He's made his mistakes early on. I mean, if you catapult to stardom at such a young age, you're going to spectacularly fail in public. I mean, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's done it, and hopefully he's realised his mistakes, and he's doing what he does best, and that's music.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can move on from that and actually become a respected musician that that he deserves to be.
Yeah, I think in a way, I'm kind of glad that I can do what I do and not have to be. Everyone said to me, do you want to go on to X Factor, or do you want to, do this? And I have sort of been here and there, different auditions. But to be honest with you, I'm quite happy not being in that kind of domain, not having that spotlight, the big spotlight on me. Obviously I do gigs locally and things like that, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't think I would want that kind of pressure and...
I think you're either that kind of
intrusion.
Yeah, I think you're either that kind of person, or you're not.
Yeah.
And you're not looking for your 5 minutes of fame. You're a genuine musician. You want to sing.
Yeah, I just like singing
because you love it, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
For the purity of it and for giving other people pleasure, not because you want to be on the cover of Heat magazine. And it's and really where Andy Warhol said 5 minutes of fame. Well, really, what does that get you? Because in 15 years' time, who's going to remember? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some transient singer at the moment. I can't think of anybody because I don't watch these reality shows, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
definitely. And what you've been doing, been doing it a long time, you respect, and you'll still be doing it in 10 years' time.
Yeah. And actually, having said, talking about the band, it made me remember that we went quite far, the band. We went into different sort of competitions, and even at that sort of local level, we were in Battle of the Bands locally and then nationally. Even at that very local level, it's still very put on. It's still very smoke and mirrors again, and fake, and everything's sort of, people are put into where they need to be. It's made to look like, everything's judged and people get votes. No, it's actually how many people you bring. So everything's based on how many people you sell tickets to, because you have to sell a quota of tickets. And I just find the whole thing kind of, it's so
false, and it's an illusion. Absolutely.
But that's why we have a band together now, Legion, and I love playing with the guys, and we just do covers, sort of weddings and pubs and clubs and things like that. And actually, I love it. Just being on the stage with a live band is amazing, and we have such a great time, don't we? We just all feed off of each other and. Yeah,
no, you do, and you've got great chemistry. We're going to listen to one of your songs, which actually is something that was recorded a while ago. It's been on our playlist a long time, but we love it, and it's called Brightside. MKFM, the beat of MK. This is Stevens on Sunday, and that was the sublime Ellie Antonini, who I can't often say is, the guest is live in my studio, but that was awesome. That was so beautiful.
Thanks.
Who's that by?
That's a cover of The Killers, and that was actually produced and, it was produced by Benny Hawes, who is actually local. He does a lot of music locally. He sells a lot to sort of ads and things like that. So he's amazing. And I just decided I want to do sort of a Ellie live lounge kind of album. So we took a lot of sort of really upbeat or sort of louder songs, and we stripped them right back. So we did this one. We also did Snuff by Slipknot, and we made sort of an acoustic-y version of that. So we decided to really strip a lot of things back, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And he's just so talented. He could just listen to a song and then start playing and adding bits in, and so he completely produced that and recorded in his studio. Because
that seems to be a trend at the moment, is stripping. And Matt, would you not agree? It's having songs that previously were in their sort of their full glory being stripped back and back to basics, as it were. As a musician, do you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, there's I think kind of a lot of it has been triggered. There's the whole Radio 1 Live Lounge thing, and you do get it a lot. Big performers, and they might be doing their own stuff or covering somebody else's, but yeah, like you say, stripped back, acoustic. And it's good. It's always good to vary things a bit, I think. change the dynamics. Obviously,
like
what
to
we're
listen
doing
to
at the
it.
minute is exactly what we're doing. Stripping things back, doing it acoustically, just taking everything down to the simplest level. And the songs speak for themselves, really.
Yeah.
They're all really good tunes.
Well, it opens up another sort of
You're
level,
quite good at
doesn't
singing,
it?
aren't you? You're
Yeah,
quite
she's
good.
not bad,
She's all right.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm quite. I think she's.
But I have to
pretty
say,
decent.
Matt, I have to say, you've got an amazing voice. I mean, you've got a really great, deep voice. Do you actually sing?
He does. He does sing. He just did
That's
not.
that's off the record. Technically,
He's
actually,
pulled
I
out.
didn't- not in
He didn't want to do it today, did you?
singing.
You've got a really great bass kind of sounding voice
He
and
does
really
sing.
deep. Do you sing sort of bass baritone? That's quite deep. I mean, your voice is wonderful.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
You like to. You like.
I
to
mean, I
try-
will.
you
I'll
just
sing
go
a bit. Yeah.
A key higher, a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But not in public.
Oh, what a shame. Well, I don't know.
I
in
guess when
public.
we're performing together, he'll do sort of backings and bits like that here and there, which is when we were doing sort of our acoustic duo kind of thing. It's more of a sort of back-in and sort of oohs and ahs and ad-libs, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the
I'll
background.
sneak a bit in.
Yeah.
When you think no one's looking.
Yeah. Quietly.
Are you more comfortable being in the background doing that sort of the musical accompaniment rather than being sort of at the forefront like Ellie has to be?
I mean, I don't mind the attention so much, kind of the exposure of being on the front of the stage. I mean, with the band, I play lead guitar, so it is front of the lineup, clearly visible to everybody. And I play some stuff with other bands as well, which tends to be lead guitar stuff. So I'm not really uncomfortable with it. But yeah, singing.
I have to say as well, the bassist in our band is actually Jam from Forest of Fools, who were on with Vicky McCarthy on Tuesday. Was it on Tuesday she had those guys on? So yeah, he's brilliant too. So we've got a lot of influence in our band from different places.
That's fantastic. Well, we're going to hear another song now, which is a particular favourite of mine, a Pixie Lott. I think she's an amazing musician. You're going to do Love Me Do. She's just, I don't know, I love her style. She's quite quirky.
I like that kind of quirky, sort of a little bit alternative, but still
vintagey, bluesy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still mainstream. So yeah, it works. It really does work. Every night I go sneaking out the door. I lie a little more. Oh baby, I'm helpless. There's something about the night and the way it hides all the things I like. Little black butterfly deep inside me. What would my mama do? Whoa, she knew about me and you. Whoa, what would my daddy say? Whoa, he knew I heard this way. Why should I feel ashamed, feeling guilty at the mention of your name? Oh, here we are again, we're nearly perfect. What would my mama do? Whoa, she knew about me and you. Whoa, and what would my daddy say? Whoa, if he knew I heard this way. Whoa, all the things a girl should know, all the things you can't control, all the things a girl should know. She can't control what would my mama do. Whoa, she knew about me and you. Whoa, what would my daddy say? Whoa, if he knew I heard this way. Whoa.
Bravo. That was wonderful. Pixie Lott would be proud.
Do you think?
I think you did that real justice.
Thank you very much.
Because she's got quite an unusual voice, and I think your voice really suits those kind of songs, don't you think?
Yeah, it's that whole kind of Motowny feel, right? Again, we're going back to that. I actually play that in my set along with sort of the Ronettes and the Shirelles, because it's that same kind of feel to it, and a bit of Amy Winehouse. It's all that same kind of
bluesy jazzy
feel.
But you know, for a small person, you've got this big voice, and it's wonderful. You really sort of came alive there.
I get told that a lot, especially when I was in the rock band, when I was like jumping around on stage and really pelting out the rock songs. People are like, wow, where does that come from? But I don't know.
Do you love performing? I mean, does that really excite you?
It's like I'm a different person on stage. And people are like, why are you nervous? You do this all the time. But just before I go anywhere or go on stage anyway, even before here, I feel so nervous. But then once I start singing, it's like a persona.
It is a persona. I mean, it's a performance persona, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that everyone assumes when they go on stage, you know, you put on another face, and you know, you're happy faced, and it's a wonderful thing. And I've completely forgotten what I was going. Oh, your day job is so far removed from what you do. I mean, you're an accountant. It could not be more diametrically opposed, could it?
Well, I mean, everyone says accountants are boring, but actually,
well, you're definitely not boring. So
no, and also I'm representing the accountants that aren't, because I know quite a few accountants, and we're all quite fun. Yeah, I think it's breaking the mold. I think it's like you can do everything nowadays. You know, the sky's your limit.
You do, and I think, I mean, you're living proof of someone who packs an awful lot into. You've packed an awful lot into quite a young life. You know, you look after your boy. You know, you've got a tiny boy. You're an accountant, and you sing, and you're very, very busy.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you prioritize?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. But we have quite packed out days. I have a very supportive family. Actually, my sister Debbie and they're fantastic. My sister and brother-in-law Debbie and Andy, they've got my boy at the minute along with Zach. So I say hi to Zach and Leo, and they're fantastic. I don't think I could do it without them, to be honest with you. And obviously, great guys that I'm in the band with. We're all very busy people, all very supportive of each other, and
it's pretty non-stop.
Non-stop. And what's next for you both?
Well, this is a new thing for us. We've started to sort of do our acoustic thing. We're trying to reach that sort of audience or that sort of client that needs something a little bit more stripped back. For instance, a wedding, the actual ceremony, or more of a drinky thing at the wedding, sort of a quieter time.
When the photos are being done,
that kind of
everyone's
thing,
really bored.
That's what we've done a lot of, sort of the canapes or the drinks in between. And then I guess restaurants and things like that. So we're trying to reach out to them and say, you know, we've got this, it's just a duo, and we can tailor things, I suppose, and
keep it simple.
That's it. And then with the band, it's the same kind of thing.
And how do we find out about you?
We are available on Facebook. You can find me at ellieantonini.co.uk, I think. Is that it? EllieAntonini.com, actually. www.ellieantonini.com. Sorry, I always get that wrong. And also, if you're interested and anyone wants to book us or find out more information, you can email me at ellie.antonini@gmail.com.
Fantastic. And in terms of sort of what the year holds for you now, have you got a busy schedule booked for the rest of the year?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're in another band, aren't you, as well?
I play in a few different bands, so I'm. Yeah.
Is this what you do for a living, Matt? Is this
No, I work full time as well. So I, IT. So it's not very exciting.
But again, Matt is busier than me. I never thought I'd find a person who actually rushes around more than I do.
Yeah. So aside from the day job, I play with what does it work out like? 4 bands plus this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty big. I guess saying in the region of 30 or 40 gigs already booked up for this year at the moment, but that's only really just running up into the summer, so that number will go up. But yeah, keeps me out of trouble.
So a welcome escape from the day job then.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're actually already booked for New Year's, aren't we? As well, we're playing at the
that's right.
Is it the Working Men's
Club,
in Newport Pagnell? So Working Men's Club in Newport Pagnell, already booked for New Year's. The tickets are already being sold, and it was a sellout the last time. So
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want tickets for that, get them in early.
That sounds. I mean, that is a vote of confidence. That, if you've got a New Year's Eve, there's a lot of gesticulation going on here. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm being told to wind up. Actually, it's been really great to talk to you, Ellie and Matt. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely amazing. Well, best of luck with the rest
Thank
of the year.
you.
I'm sure you're going to be hugely successful. And so it's been an amazing show. I've got a busy show next week as well. I've got Thomas Gray, who's a light artist, which sounds pretty amazing. He's into sort of virtual reality, so I'm interested to talk to him about that. And he's a filmmaker as well. And Rosemary Hill, most of whom you know, who's an amazing theatre director. I mean, she really is a theatre director extraordinaire. And they're both actually coincidentally working on MK50, so it's a big project coming up. And we've also got coming up after this, we've got the Comedy Cow with Ben Robinson and Erica Benning, which is a fantastic laugh. And we've got the Comedy Cow, I know, have got a big event coming up. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but if you go onto Facebook, the Comedy Cow, there's a sort of comedy event, whole sort of session of events coming up. And I know Ben will talk sort of more on his show about that. So it's been an amazing show. Thanks to Sarah Benjamin and to Jane and to Ellie and to Matt. And yeah, it's been great. I'm Nancy Stevens. This is Stevens Sunday, and I'll see you next week.
It's the year 20.